Disney is known for having iconic villains, Cruella de Vil, Jafar, Scar, Ursula, but the latest one kinda sucks. Lilly Tino. Lilly Tino is a man formerly known as Nicholas Contino, and Lilly Tino identifies as trans. And as a trans person, Lilly enjoys going into public spaces and harassing people who call him, he, or sir.
Nice. Please.
She, her.
Okay.
Yeah, it's okay. It's all good.
But it was not all good.
Hi. I use she, her pronouns. I'm not sir. Yeah, like it's like a knife in the heart. The Sweetwater starts at okay. Not.
I'm so sorry. I apologize.
It's just always like a knife. It always hurts every single time. I was wondering if there's a manager I could talk to about something that happened. Yeah, I was called sir. Oh, okay. It just really sucks every time it happens. The person who gave me this called me sir.
What?
Called me sir.
Oh.
It's just like, it kind of just hurts a lot to get called sir.
Nothing like a good misgendering. It is a knife in the gut when I get called sir.
And he also enjoys entering women's bathrooms and documenting it. He particularly enjoys doing this at Disney theme parks, where he frolics, well, okay, maybe not frolic, but trudges. He trudges around dressed like a little girl. This type of behavior is concerning for many reasons, but the most concerning is the fact that Lilly is deliberately going into spaces where there are children, a trend that has really picked up steam lately, like this school bus driver in Toronto, Canada, who was recently confronted by angry parents for his inappropriate choice of clothing and the nickname he gave his school bus.
So you picked up the kids dressed like that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Why do you call your bus the Lolita line? Why is it called the Lolita line?
This type of behavior is ridiculous, and although Lilly isn't a school bus driver, Lilly, formerly known as Nick, did spend a lot of time working with children in the past, and he continues to target them now. And so I did some digging into this individual's past and present, and what I found was very interesting. Hello everyone, if you're a new viewer, welcome. If you're a returning viewer, welcome back. If this is your second, third, or fourth time watching one of my videos and you are not yet subscribed, we already go together. Okay, make it official and hit that subscribe button. Today we have to talk about Nick Contino, aka Lilly Tino, and where do I begin? There's a lot to say about this person. Recently, this brave woman posted this video to Instagram.
I am deeply hurt because of the amount of hate that I've gotten over the past 3 years doing this, 2.5 years. And I think that the hurt that I feel has influenced the way that I've pushed in my content to be confrontational and be in your face about what I'm trying to do, which is ultimately teach people about trans thing, and hopefully make for a more accepting world. You know, I'm not here to hurt anybody. I'm always going to be a confrontational person, but I think there's ways to do it that are not channeling the anger I feel at the world for hurting me. So to that end, I'm going to take a break. I don't know when I'll be back. I'll be back.
So Lilly is apparently taking a break from social media, and people in the comments shared their thoughts on this, such as, you know, nobody feels sorry for you. Always the victim button, and almost 5,000 people agreed and liked the comment. A simple, I'm sorry if anyone was upset by my actions would go a long way instead of just poor me. So there are no teardrops on anyone's guitar over Lilly leaving social media, and I will explain to you why people are tired of this Transformers antics, in case you haven't heard. As I mentioned in the intro, Lilly Contino was born Nicholas Contino, and Nicholas lived as a man up until about 5 minutes ago when he jumped on the bandwagon of brave men who wear headbands and claim that they're women.
Excuse me, it's ma'am. It is ma'am.
So a quick Google search turned up this publicly available document, which shows that Nicholas did legally change his name to Lilly Contino, and he did legally change his gender from male to female, which is very annoying to me as a woman, because now if he commits any violent offenses against women, it will be recorded as female on female crime, when in fact it is not, but I digress. The reason I did this background search is because I wanted to find out if Lilly or Nick has a criminal record. There is a rumor that has been circulating on J.K. Rowling's internet that Nick/Lilly has a criminal past.
Nicholas Contino, also known as Lilly Contino, was arrested in 2016 for stalking a woman. The incident occurred before the gender transition. Charge: criminal stalking. Allegations: Contino was accused of persistently harassing following a woman, leading to a restraining order and eventual arrest. The case was resolved, but specific sentencing details such as jail time or probation are not widely publicized. So Nick Contino was arrested for that and then decided to transition.
There's also this video, which appears to be AI generated, and the video says that Nick/Lilly used to be married to a woman.
I am Lilly Tino. I am not a man, and I have the right to use any women's restroom, including those at Disney. You only see the surface, but you never care about what I've been through. In 2020, when I found out my wife was cheating, my world collapsed. I began to doubt myself and everything around me, and that's when I embarked on a path that would completely transform my life. You call me strange and claim I threatened my mother, but you didn't see that in the video. When I asked her, "How do you feel about your son becoming a monster?" That wasn't provocation, it was me forcing her to admit, I am no longer the son in her memories. I am Lilly, a woman. You dig up my past scars talking about my arrests, charges, plastic surgery, and transition, but you don't understand that this isn't escape, it's rebirth. I am willing to look in the mirror and I am willing to stand in the sunlight as myself. I enter women's restrooms because that is my space. I wear rainbow Mickey Mouse ears, not for performance, but to tell the world I will no longer hide. You fear me because I live more authentically than you. I am not a monster. I am Lilly, and I am living for myself.
And so this piqued my interest. Did this person legally change their name and gender to run from their criminal past? And is there any truth that they used to be married to a woman? I did a paid background search using a reputable source, and I was actually surprised at what I found. So, was Nicholas ever married and later divorced? Based on my research,
The lie detector test determined that was a lie.
I couldn't find any evidence of a marriage or divorce, so that rumor is a lie. And I found this clip where Contino discusses past relationships.
What is your longest relationship you've ever had?
A couple years at the most, depending on how you count. There was someone who I was with kind of like a couple times, depending on how you count, but a couple of years is about as close as I can get it.
You've never had a restraining order put against you? Has anyone in your personal life ever accused you of stalking or harassment?
Now, does Lilly/Nick have a criminal record?
Yup.
The only criminal records that I could find were related to traffic incidents, driving without proof of insurance, speeding, and parking or stopping in a prohibited zone. Now, the parking in a prohibited zone may have been the officer giving him a slap on the wrist for something that he was actually doing. When asked about his criminal record, Contino said this.
Have you ever been charged or convicted of a crime?
One time. Never talked about this. I will talk around this because it's keywords, but let's just say that about a decade ago, I had, how do I say this? Gardening supplies with me. And yeah, no criminal charges related to anything other than that.
So, Contino doesn't come out and say it, but I think he was found with an S-worker in his vehicle, and that's why he was charged with stopping in a prohibited zone. Perhaps he was procuring services, and the officer was lenient and only gave him a traffic ticket.
Man, you are one pathetic loser.
I also couldn't substantiate that Lilly/Nick was fired for stalking or harassing a coworker. And when asked about it, he said this.
Hey, were you ever fired from a job?
No. Well, I was laid off as a part of a round of layoffs. The last job I had was at a mobile gaming company, which no longer exists.
So I was able to corroborate this. The last company that Contino worked for filed bankruptcy, and everyone was laid off. This document is publicly available, and Nicholas S. Contino is listed as an interested party in the bankruptcy. So I haven't found any evidence that Lilly/Nick has been arrested or charged with any serious crimes, but That could change in the near future because it has been reported that the Attorney General of Florida has opened an investigation. A few months ago, Contino took a trip to Disney World in Florida where he filmed his usual content, where he sits down for a meal, waits for the server to use a pronoun that he doesn't like, he berates them and guilts them into giving him free food for the mishap. This is something that Contino has been doing for well over a year at this point, and these videos have gotten well over 100 million views. And for the record, he knows what he's doing, and he's not sorry.
Do you have any regrets about any of your content?
I'm just thinking. Not really.
And for the record, I also don't think he's really that bothered by being called a man, despite constantly claiming
it's like a knife in the heart.
Because he made this video where he calls himself a man.
What's your pronouns?
I'm a male. I'm a man. I'm a he. I don't get into that mentally ill stuff.
But like I said, Contino took a trip to Disney World in Florida, and in addition to visiting the restaurants and waiting for opportunities to say that he has been discriminated against and get free food, he also took the opportunity to enter women's bathrooms, and he documented this by photographing it and sharing the photos to TikTok. The only women who get this excited about going into women's bathrooms are not women, they're men. Like, no actual woman in the history of womandom has ever gone into the women's bathroom and felt the need to talk about it on social media. It isn't an accomplishment. It isn't noteworthy. It isn't interesting. It is a place we go to change our pads and tampons, check our makeup, pee, and shit. Yes, women do shit, but it smells like flowers and it looks like magic.
Everybody knows that.
Anyways, J.K. Rowling responded to Lilly Contino's TikTok posts, and it was perfectly written. This man's bathroom photos are trophies. He wants women and girls in the background because it proves he's violating women's boundaries. Without actual females there as props, all he's got is a selfie of a scary-looking creep in mouse ears, which isn't remotely what he's after.
Boom. Roasted.
And of course, Contino had a clapback for J.K. Rowling.
Shut up. Shut up.
As per usual, J.K. Rowling is right. He is looking for trophies, and he's looking for women to validate his so-called identity. In the captions, he includes ratings, and he comments on whether or not the other women complimented his outfit or misgendered him, implying that the women's bathrooms are not safe if the other women aren't ecstatic to see a man in there. Like, what the f*** is he expecting? Does he want us to feed him grapes when he comes in? So people on the internet called out Contino for his breach of women's privacy, and this is what he had to say for himself.
Those Disney bathroom selfies got y'all real upset, huh? Saying, oh, Lily, you can't take selfies in the bathroom. It's not appropriate. Well, let me remind you that literally every celebrity you've ever enjoyed on screen has at one point taken a bathroom selfie. For example, and it's not just celebrities. Any woman you ever meet has likely taken a photo in a public bathroom. Why, you ask? Because we look cute and we want to document it. So what is different about me that I'm not allowed to take bathroom selfies? The easy answer here is, oh, Lily, you're a trans woman, so you get held to a different standard. And that is true. But people judge trans women differently depending on how well they pass. If you pass, that means you don't look trans. I know that I don't pass. Trust me, I know. But passing privilege is a real thing. There are some trans women out there who, no matter how hard they try, will never be able to pass. Do those trans women deserve to be treated differently? No. They should be able to take bathroom selfies too.
So, Contino doubled down, saying that the only reason people are upset is because he doesn't pass as a woman. Well, you're not a woman, so we could start there, but people have an issue with it because it is a crime. All of the photos that he shared of celebrities taking bathroom selfies didn't have people in the background. But Contino knows what he's doing. These photos from the Disney bathroom and his other content are specifically designed to rage bait, and he has openly admitted to this.
I just can't wrap my head around how you could think that that location specifically would be the place of places to go make these videos about gender reassignment and take bunch of bathroom selfies with you. You have people in the back that didn't consent, and they've came out and said they felt uncomfortable. You don't see any wrong in any of this? Like, why?
Why would I? You tell me.
You knew the significance that the location would have on the content you were creating. You know how it was going to be perceived going into it. This wasn't a surprise to you when you...
I'm making content that is engaging, that is provocative on purpose.
So, Contino got the attention that he was looking for. The photos in the Disney bathroom went viral, and two of the women in the background of those photos whose privacy were violated are reportedly looking into suing. And the Attorney General in Florida is reportedly looking into pressing charges against Contino because what he did is a crime. You cannot go into a place such as a bathroom and take photos or record people without their consent. This is punishable by up to 5 years in prison. And just to be clear, Contino is a 6-foot-tall man who is sexually attracted to women, and he makes it very clear over and over again on his TikTok account. He has no children, he's never been married, he was laid off from his job before transitioning, and he has also admitted to having substance abuse issues in the past. When I see him, I see two things. First of all, I see a man with autogynephilia, which is a man who is sexually aroused at the thought of himself as a female, but I also see a man whose life probably didn't go the way he expected, failed romantic relationships, perhaps having trouble fitting into various social circles, addicted to substances, loses his job. I see a man who probably felt powerless in his life, and to reclaim his so-called power, he decided to use his newfound identity to bully women. And this is why women, such as myself, are pushing back against this, because 9 times out of 10, when a man is behaving in the same ways that Contino does, these are men with fetishes and predatory intentions, not brave men just trying to live their truth. And to add insult to injury, Contino has been mocking the idea of women suing him for breach of privacy in the bathroom.
I am suing Lilly Tino for emotional distress. Last week, I was in Disney World in the women's bathroom with my child. And when I walked into the bathroom, there was Lilly Tino taking pictures in the bathroom mirror. And she turned to me and said, "Hey, let me get your face in this picture." And I said, "No, thank you." But then she took the picture anyway of me and my kid, and I felt this really weird feeling. And I looked down at my kid, and my kid got turned into a corn dog. Lilly Tino turned my kid into a corn dog. And then she looked at me and said, "Oh, that'll be great for a video. Can I use your corn dog kid to explain bottom surgery?" And I was about to say no, but then J.K. Rowling walks in and says, "I'm here to defend real women." But of course, Lilly Tino pulls out her wand and starts using transgender magic. But J.K. Rowling was ready and pulled out her wand, and they did the thing where the spells go like... But J.K. Rowling was really smart and used a misgendering spell on Lily, and Lily got banished to the Shadow Realm. Then J.K. Rowling turned to me and said, "Don't worry, if you get banished from the Shadow Realm, you are also banned from Disney. So you don't have to worry about Lilly Tino anymore. But you should probably still sue her for emotional distress." And then she turned my kid from a corn dog back into a kid, and we high-fived and took a bathroom selfie to celebrate.
So he is mocking the women who feel violated by his actions. And going into women's bathrooms is not the only weird obsession that he has. He has also posted dozens of times on TikTok about his bits and bytes.
I'm getting my cake pops removed next week. T-minus 24 hours until my cake pops are removed.
Since I'm recovering from my cake pop removal surgery, I decided to make a nice meal at home for myself.
So it's been about 2 weeks since I got my cake pops removed. When I got my cake pops removed, I specifically asked my surgeon to leave the bag intact. That's because down the line, if I wanted to use my cake pop stick and turn it into a donut, the bag can come in handy.
Now that my cake pops are gone,
Now that my cake pops have been removed, my cake pops are gone. So does the stick still work? I'm dating someone who turned their cake pops into a donut. This donut is breaking, but you get it. I'm still not sure if I want to get a donut, but experiencing it secondhand through her has been very helpful. So a few months ago, I got my cake pops removed. You might have seen the video, and I have finally decided that I want to turn my remaining cake pop stick into a donut. I am finally getting my banana split later this year. I talked to my surgeon on the phone, and this is how he's going to do it. Step 1 is, of course, to split the banana. Now that we have our tube, we need to flip it inside. Today is the day of my bottom surgery consult. This surgery is going to take my cake pop stick, hollow it out, flip it inside out,
and then put it inside.
So he likes to go into various public spaces and discuss his balls. And last year, he decided to do this at Disney.
I'm gonna get banned from Disney. I swear we're about to get banned from Disney. Last summer, I got my cake pops removed, and the plan up until recently was to get my marshmallow wand reconfigured into a marshmallow tunnel. Unfortunately, a few weeks ago, I noticed some hair regrowth on my marshmallow wand.
Why are you the way that you are?
In the clip, he's laughing and saying that he might get kicked out for this because he is fully aware that what he is doing is inappropriate, and that is exactly why he is doing it. Because it is inappropriate. And the first time he did it, people started petitions to get him banned from Disney theme parks. And so when he returned for a second time this year, he wasn't sure if he would be allowed in.
So last year I made a video that a lot of people got upset by, where I talked about some things in Disneyland. A lot of y'all thought that video would get me banned from Disney, so let's see if that's true. I'm at the Disney World entrance about to try and get in, so let's see if that video really did get me banned. I'm allowed in? I'm not banned from Disney. No, you're not. Wow, huge news, thank you.
And when confronted on why he chooses to do these things specifically at Disney theme parks, places where the target audience is children, this is what he has to say for himself.
Okay, so how do you justify creating such descriptive content regarding gender reassignment inside a children's themed park?
Disney World's for everyone.
So when asked why he felt the need to talk about his balls in a place full of children, he laughed because this is amusing to him. And this man spent many years working around children before he transitioned, which is very concerning to me. He also has made content on TikTok that is targeted towards children, such as this video where he is dressed up as Miss Rachel, a very popular content creator whose content is made for children. He also has various not safe for work content where he dresses up as popular kids cartoon characters, and he claims that he doesn't see an issue with that either.
You've even gone as far as creating other content, as you would like to put it, while portraying children's characters. How do you justify this, and how could you think that this type of behavior is acceptable?
Like Velma? Velma has been a character for like 60 years and is a staple in cosplay, both other content and otherwise. And I think it's ridiculous to suggest that Velma is, cosplaying Velma is crossing a line.
There's also this video which has been circulating online, and it shows that Lilly Tino was following a 13-year-old boy. And this clip where he appears to be having an inappropriate conversation with someone who isn't an adult.
Be honest. Be honest, Shelbert, or do you enjoy yours being consumed? Be honest. Shelby's typing. Big moment for Shelby. All right, there's a bomb. Oh, this is my favorite. It's a. Oh no. Shelbert's mom is listening. Now, I am talking entirely about groceries, fresh produce. Shelby, you like, bananas, mangoes, grapes, vitamin C. All these things. That's all I'm talking about. She likes watermelons, 2 of them, of course. Now, if you had to rank the watermelons on a scale from A to B to C to D, or, even double D, how, oh my God, this chat. Jesse also likes eggplants. Good. My mom said she was born at night, but not last night.
Tino claims that the person he's talking to is a woman named Shelby, who at the time was 25 years old, and he says that they were just playing around. Now, I haven't seen the full stream, so I can't say either way, but even joking around about and pretending that you're having an inappropriate conversation with someone who is underage isn't funny. And online sleuths found his old Reddit account where he posted this comment. When I was 3, I'm a guy, my other 3-year-old friend, girl, and I would play doctor. I put my fingers up her blank and I blanked it too. Guess I started from an early age. That is absolutely disgusting, and he confirms that he was the person who made that post.
Yeah, basically I had a Reddit account, and basically what happened was I recounted a story from my past when I was 3, and there was another person who was 3. We were 3 years old, both of us, and we played doctor. And when I was 18, which was, again, 15 years later, I made a very off-color joke about that experience.
So in conclusion, Lilly Tino has a lot of reasons to retreat from the internet.
Bye, bitch.
Anyways, that is all I have for this video. If you liked it, please don't forget to hit the like button. If you are not yet subscribed, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button. If you enjoy my content and you would like to support me monetarily, my link to Patreon will be in the description box down below. Special thanks to those of you who are currently supporting me on Patreon. I really appreciate the support. If you liked this video and you would like to see more like it, I will have 2 more videos for you in the end cards. I will see you guys next time. Take care. Bye.